Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome yet to another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Bara Abdallah, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Well, viewers, things which were handmade are simply more meaningful and valuable. With us in the studio is the artist and the handmade designer Kauthar Iqbal to tell us more about that. Well, good evening, Kauthar. How are you?
Good evening. First of all, I would like to really thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Our pleasure.
To come and share few of my things that I'm doing for the community.
Amazing.
And people call me a social entrepreneur.
Okay, social entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Okay, that's an interesting
new
terminology.
thing. Yeah, it's a new.
Okay.
And it is quite like I'm doing global entrepreneurship with Tamkeen and
Okay.
Sheikha Hind. For the last 3 years, my company
Amazing.
is doing this event. We are bringing all these small artisans.
Okay.
So giving a little background
Please.
that my roots are from Pakistan,
Okay.
but I migrated to US and I'm here as American.
Okay.
And of course, whatever you have, that's always there. Roots are very strong.
Definitely.
So what I was doing in Pakistan, I was aviation. I was working for Pakistan International Airlines.
Wow.
And I was serving as the chief executive manager coordination for many years and many chief executives.
Amazing.
Alhamdulillah, with that I was doing very well, but all of a sudden my husband, he needed the things, he got sick and we have to migrate to US
Okay.
for his.
Okay.
But my family is very strong and they supported me. They said,
Amazing.
whatever you're doing, do it. So before or also, I was doing a lot of social work. On my weekends, you will be like working for there. I used to
Right.
get special permission.
In the U.S.
No, in Pakistan.
In Pakistan, so-
From my chairman, like who
Okay.
is my boss,
Sure.
to give me so that I can go to we call it Kachi Abadi, that is the slums areas.
Okay.
And I used to teach ladies that don't waste your time.
All right.
Either do something, make your girls also learn, either do cooking or sewing. Then I got the opportunity, I started working.
As a social entrepreneur.
Yes.
And you've been helping them with all of these artistic work?
Yes.
Wow, wow. I mean, thing is, like, even when we saw, like, paintings, I'm like, oh, an artist. Then we saw textile. I'm like, okay, a tailor. And then more oil. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? There's a lot going on. And you said only a few of the things you've been working on.
Yeah.
So how did you embark your artistic journey and became a social entrepreneur with that?
See, what I advise to everybody that before getting into any kind of a venture, set your goals and think that what skills I need to brush myself. Get diplomas, get certificates,
Okay.
like hobby courses also need to be taken seriously.
Okay.
So I'm sort of a person like this. I think give credit to my mother.
Bless her soul.
Late mother, like she no more there, but from the very beginning she taught me how to do sewing, how to do the embroidery.
Okay.
And we were like, she was very strict about it. Like, no, you have to learn all this.
And you have to be
knitting.
good at it.
You have
to be
good.
like a master, skillful
She
person.
used to, you won't believe, when I stitch anything, she will just rip up off.
Rip
She
it
said,
all together,
"Yeah,
started from
do
all
it."
over?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
So
that's
that's
tough
the
love,
thing.
right?
So this is one thing that I want to really share with you.
Please, it has a very interesting structure to it, I would say.
There's a big history about it.
Please tell me.
Delman civilization has a sister civilization
did.
in subcontinent called
Okay.
as Indus civilization.
Okay.
So in Pakistan, there is a place called Mohenjo-daro.
Mohenjo-daro.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the same, we have the same, like everything is taken out and now everything is preserved. So from there was a priest who wear this kind of a shawl.
Okay.
So the artisans, they started making these scarves, my artisans. And the beauty part of this, it's no natural dyes.
Oh, they're in like actual natural dyes,
Dyes.
colors, right?
Yeah, yeah. And they're all fast. There is, this dye is from the walnut.
Okay.
Okay. Then this dye is from another, we have a lot of indigos trees. So we have that converted into this.
Wow.
So when I started my journey, I met these artisans at different places and they were not doing much. So we sorted out like how to give them training about the natural dyes. So many of us went to US, got that thing and
certified with
yeah,
natural colorings and
colors.
dyes.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
So now these are really in thing in Pakistan. Like Ajrak is in Sindh, it needs to be like keep very up because they take it as a pride.
It's
Yeah.
natural, right?
And then there's another one. You must have heard about the block prints.
The block prints.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
This is you cut block like
Okay.
a piece of wood
Okay.
into these designs.
How do you do that?
There is a chisel.
Okay.
And it masters like they are special kind of a wood,
All right.
shisham wood. They do it.
Okay.
And then they make. So this is the artist, like you can put like this, but you need to have a textile background to do all this.
Which you
So-
actually took.
Yeah, because I did my what you say my training, and these are all block prints.
So you trained in textile and then you trained in natural coloring.
It's not me giving all the credit because
Okay.
there are many other people also in Pakistan.
Amazing.
Like one is Noor Jahan Bilgrami. She is one of the pioneers of all that, and she's a good friend. So we do together. Yeah.
Wow.
And then one more thing. This is these are all block prints.
Wow.
This is tie and dye.
That is just pure beauty right there.
So this is like it's a white color, like
Yes.
this color, cotton or silk, and then anybody like who wants to do it, they make pattern with little. They take either stones or they take these beads or anything, and then tie thread. After tying this thread, they dip in different colors.
How many colors do we have there?
See, here you can see it's like the part that is tied is stay
Man,
white.
this is
So
phenomenal.
the dyer had dipped into this maroon.
Right.
Then he put this part not too much.
This is beautiful. This is
So
beautiful.
this is all we are teaching here
In Bahrain?
In Bahrain, yes.
And not
I was
only
teaching.
that.
Yeah.
Not only that. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah. So now coming back to a modern age with the textile.
Modern age. Okay,
Yes.
there's more. So that was like pretty much going back to elder civilization,
Yeah, yeah.
and then which actually shows a little bit here with the paintings as well, right?
Yes. This is Mughal art.
Can you say his name again?
Mughal art.
Oh, Mughal art. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
This is Akbar Basha.
Oh, wow. And you've
This
done that
I
as well.
done it in 81, I think,
That's-
2018.
that's
or some-
81?
Yeah, no, 2018 I did it.
Okay, because when I say 81, that was
No,
before I was
sorry,
born.
slip up.
this painting's
not
older
that
than me.
So now the modern age, we have this digital.
Okay, this
Okay.
is digital.
Yes,
Wow.
and these are all digital, and just see these are our silk, Pakistani silk.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Then
So you've done the digital art as well?
yes, I'm a digital. Like in Corona, you will think
You
that
learned a
I'm-
lot of stuff, right?
Yes, in Corona, what I did for a year, I did digital marketing.
Digital marketing as well?
Yes, because I was selling my stuff and they were not going, so I wanted everybody to
Oh,
know.
God. So from aviation to social entrepreneur, digital marketing, digital art, textile, paintings, what can't you do? MashaAllah.
People call me multi-talented, and that is, I think, God gifted.
Definitely.
And behind this thing, how I'm getting, the more you teach, the more you give, the more you get.
Alhamdulillah.
So never keep your art or your any skill to yourself, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes people who share.
Have you done TV before as well?
Yes.
You've done TV work?
I have worked that program I told you I used to do in Pakistan.
Amazing.
So this
Amazing.
is,
Okay,
and
wow,
I'm
wow.
a YouTube also. I'm putting everything in YouTube.
Wow.
So this is a story, a peacock story.
The peacock story.
Yes. One of my painting I painted. I think it's going to be little this thing.
And that's digital as well?
Yeah. and then at the back,
Oh.
peacock. It was just like one of my camels, you see. This will go into my digital scarves.
Beautiful.
I paint and then I send it to my team and they do it. So
That is phenomenal. Wow. So what else? Wow. That's another basket going on here.
yes,
With more art.
this is a master.
This-
See, our cushions. This is like I get credit. I'm a designer, no doubt about it. I design all these, but the work done is my artisans. So I have to give credit to them. They follow what I say. And I'm also a strict master. Like I open it if I don't like anything.
You know, if you don't mind me asking you this right now, because I mean, we thought we were going to have an artistic talk, but honestly, you blew our minds away. This is
Thank you so
beautiful.
much.
How can you be such, I would say, a lot of people say, you know, master of a lot of trades, jack of all trades and master of none, but you are pretty much master of everything. So what is this process that, you know, pretty much you saw the need and learning different things, but you did not stop by just learning, you mastered that skill. And for anybody to actually learn one trade, it will take them a lifetime. But in your lifetime, you became a master of aviation, TV programs, you went to the States, and you said you had certificates and diplomas
Yes,
in
I have.
these arts. The question I would like to ask you, how do you do this?
See, my own passion is about the craft, creativity. Okay, Pakistan International working is one of the things that was my profession. Like I started, and then of course I started liking, and the way I handle things, people said no. Then there also they give me a lot of training. So that is also important. That during your process you have to keep learning. You won't believe now there is any program that is coming nowadays with Rotary. They are having
Right.
every. I am always there.
Amazing.
I told
Amazing.
them. He said, "You want your certificate?" I said, "I'm not interested in the certificate. I'm interested in the talk," because see, every time you learn something new,
Right.
and especially with the new generation, new things are coming. So you have to update yourself. That is very important.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. Well, dear Kauthar, this has been a beautiful
Last thing
talk.
I want to
of
tell
course,
you.
Of course, yeah,
I have
definitely.
a jewelry line that is with calligraphy.
This calligraphy.
Yeah, yeah. This
What,
is
what language?
this is Arabic.
Arabic calligraphy.
Yes,
Can I see that? Oh, wow. Handmade?
handmade.
Oh, well, I know it's pretty hard to actually see right now, but it says Arabic calligraphy handmade.
Yeah.
This
This is
beautiful.
a whole. Sometimes we write kalma,
Okay.
or sometimes we write inna atayna kal kausar,
All right.
or sometimes we write different things.
Okay.
And this is, in fact, I will give you this. This is handcrafted
No way.
with corn flour.
Wow.
I've handcrafted this.
This is such an honor.
So
Thank you.
this is one.
Wow, wow, look at that. It looks so real. I thought like she brought a flower and thank you. Thank you so much.
These are also I'm teaching in Darul Manar.
Okay.
And hopefully you will be getting more people learning about that.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, we don't need one segment. We need an entire episode just about you, Kauthar.
Thank you
Iqbal.
so
This is
much.
amazing. With all that going on here, which is pretty much overwhelming us right now, what are your last words to your viewers?
My last word is whatever be original, don't copy. Get inspired, get all the inspiration that is not anything. Whatever you're creating, whatever your business, whatever, try to do very originally, okay? And then if you have a passion, try to get across that passion. Like you have to work hard. Like you have to get, as I said, training, you have to get the skill development, like different kind of things. And of course, like I'm a social entrepreneur, so I always teach that how time management is the most important key to any business. How time management make your life more easy. Like people often say that you are doing so many things. You are
True.
looking after your house. I've got, mashallah, grandchildren to take care. I've got,
Mashallah.
mashallah, I live with my son and daughter-in-law, and we have a very happy family, alhamdulillah. And this is because I do the time management. There is a time for myself also, of course.
You need to teach me that later on after the show. Me, I need to learn that.
And
That's
yeah,
for sure.
that's very important. And the second is the technology.
Technology.
You have to, don't say that, oh, I'm too old to learn that. I'm not that young, but I want to be, I always pray to my Creator that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me a life where I am really healthy, working. So living here as a person, I feel that community is very important to me. I want to give because Bahrain is my second home.
And Bahrain loves you for that, definitely. Well,
thank you so much.
It's been an honor. I say a blessing and a great pleasure having you with us right here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you so much.
Great pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, be inspired, be original, and other inspirational talks took place right here with Kawthar Iqbal here on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, a newly well-known therapy technique that has been quite beneficial and especially for athletes. It relies on highly interesting methods and equipment to help the human body on healing and recovery. Let's watch this video first. And ladies and gentlemen, we are joined tonight with Iman Suhail. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for asking.
Alhamdulillah.
So, what's been going on in your
Everything's
world?
okay. Everything's fine.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. You've been pretty much busy, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
You know, with all the new techniques and
It
stuff
is, it
going on,
is.
bringing new things to Bahrain.
All
Awesome.
the athletes are coming in, and it's been pretty busy as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, what you've been doing, what got you into it.
So I'm a physiotherapist. I graduated from University of Bahrain with a bachelor's degree in physiotherapy in 2019. So ever since then, been busy working, treating
wow.
people, healing people.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh wow! I mean, we do need a lot of healing.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
People call my hands the magic hands as well.
Oh, the magic hands.
Yeah.
I
Been
can only imagine.
getting that compliment a lot of times as well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, how long have you been doing it for now?
3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been like 3 years and a lot going on. And I can see only more years to come, right?
Yeah, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. Tell us a little bit more about the center.
So the center was established in 2019 February at the Ritz-Carlton, Bahrain, and it's been running smoothly since then. We do have various branches all around the world.
Okay.
In Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Turkey, Istanbul in Turkey. Then we have one in Hong Kong, which recently opened up.
Wow.
Australia, New York, and they're opening more around the world as well.
Okay, pretty much you have the world.
Yeah, and more coming soon as well.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you've been joining this center for for a while right now. You've
Yeah.
been pretty much practicing there.
Yeah.
Tell us more about the physiotherapy scene that you've been seeing in here in Bahrain and how you've been pretty much all active with it.
Okay, so we see mostly athletes who come in before or after their workout sessions because it releases endorphins, which makes you feel more energized after the session.
Okay.
Or when they have sore muscles, you always feel better afterwards as well. So it helps you recover faster. It's also give you the boost of energy. So of course, people come in after or before the workout sessions, so it works really well.
Oh wow! Oh wow! I'm not an athlete, but I
Yeah.
can only imagine, you know, how fun this could be.
It is
Sometimes
fun.
it goes like, okay, I'm going right now to Iman. She has the magical hands. I'm gonna feel good about it. It's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So, what kind of sessions takes place before and after? Like, what's the difference?
It's the same session. You have heard about the cryo chamber. People call it
Okay.
as a freezing room as well.
Freezing
Room.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you go in for 3 minutes. It takes some time to cool up. Initially, if you're going for first time, we go to minus 110 degrees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Minus 10.
110
Oh,
degrees.
okay, cool. Because for a second, like, minus 10, I'm like, what is this,
Yeah,
Canada?
that's the minimum. Maximum goes up to minus 140 degrees.
What?
Yeah,
And they're okay.
they're okay. They want more as well. Some people going like, can we do 10 minutes? I was like, no, 3 minutes maximum.
What happens if they go for 10 minutes?
You can't survive because 3
You
minutes
can't.
as well. 30 seconds towards the end feels very long. So 3 minutes is the maximum that you can go in.
Oh, okay. Well, we need to try that.
Yeah, you should
Definitely.
come up.
What's the benefits of that?
So the benefits are multiple. We have mental and health benefits. Number one, going with the stress. If you're stressed, you come in and you feel energetic afterwards. Number two, with the recovery for the athletes, before, after, it helps both the ways. Muscle spasms, injuries, always good with that as well. If you want to have a glowing skin, again, you want to come in for that. It helps with anti-wrinkles. It helps to increase the collagen production in your skin, and it helps you to sleep better at night as well. So everything is there.
That sounds a bit too good to be true.
It is.
It's like from the wrinkles to all of that to sleeping good at night.
Yeah, muscle recovery as well.
Okay, so how many times, if we ever wanted to do that, just to give ourselves like the best benefits or the most potential out of it,
Yeah.
how many times should we do it?
You can come in 3 times a week as well.
Okay.
If you want to build a threshold to go up to minus 140 degrees. Otherwise, we have people coming in once a week for recovery as well. So it depends on you. Every day, 3 times, 2 times, it's up to you. And it's totally safe as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So now we enter, we do the session. What happens after?
You feel energized. You feel like you're a new person.
Oh, wow.
After the chamber, you feel like you're flying as well.
How many times have you tried it?
Once.
Only
I
once?
feel cold.
You're not an addict.
No.
But you pretty much get the feedback from everybody
Yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah. I do. People tell me, how many times have you tried? Once. I feel cold.
Wow. Wow. So you
Yeah.
don't need it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got everything figured out. It's
yeah,
all
yeah,
good.
yeah.
You
For me,
know?
it's okay. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So beside the Cairo and all
Yeah.
of that, and you've been doing physiotherapy for like 3 years.
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself heading with all of this?
Of course, like moving forward with it
Okay.
and seeing myself in a good position as well. So let's see where this journey takes me to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go with this?
Let's see.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Let's see.
Maybe pretty much having your own, I would say,
on center.
yeah, maybe on show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
pretty
could
much
be-
talking about that.
Yeah.
Because, recently there were people talking about it's like we don't have much shows about physiotherapy. There's generic medicine, nutrition, athletes, sports. But physiotherapy has become such an essential part
Yes,
of the Bahraini
definitely.
market and the industry when it comes to fitness and medicine that not a lot of people are talking about that.
Earlier in the days, it wasn't that serious, but now everyone wants to come to physio first before they go to a general doctor. They want to be more active these days, especially after
Right.
COVID. They
Right.
want to come in and have more activity in their lives. So especially during the COVID times when I was working, I had more patients come in to be more physically active, and I had treated patients with sore muscles because they were working out at home and they want to come in for rehab. And they want to know the proper techniques as well.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. So now what do you think of the physiotherapy scene right now in Bahrain?
It's going good.
Yeah?
It's getting better. It's
Okay.
getting better.
And where do you think it's going to be heading to? Is like, do you think it's going to be even bigger, or is it just a hype for a certain
Yeah,
period?
yeah. It will get better and maybe grow as well.
Well, Iman,
Yeah.
please do your own show. Have a
will.
podcast,
I'll
about
hire
physiotherapy.
you.
I'll be your opener. It's like, right now we're gonna have Iman Sahel coming up next. Let's do that. Let's do
Sure,
that.
inshallah.
Physio with the Iman. Like,
Yes,
think of a
we
show.
can do that, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, any last words to your viewers?
Definitely come try cryo.
Right.
I'm looking forward to seeing you in the freezing room.
For 2 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna work
We'll
on that.
complete the session.
Definitely, definitely.
Definitely.
Well, this has been fun,
Same
exciting,
here, same here.
and definitely a lighthearted talk. Thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us right here on
Yeah,
Bahrain Now.
nice to see you.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, from physiotherapy to a freezing room, all that took place when pretty much you're gonna be, I think, a show presenter for her own physiotherapy scene. All that taking place with Iman Suhail right here on Bahrain Now. ladies and gentlemen, a photograph is a pause button of life. And our next guest is specialized in pausing your special moments and make them last forever. With us tonight is Dr. Amani El-Adrazi. Well, welcome and good evening.
Thank you. Good evening to you too. Thank you for having me here.
Definitely, definitely. So you like to capture moments and make them last forever.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself in photography.
So I am a newborn photographer, specialized in newborn photographer. I've been a photographer since 2008 to be specialized.
Wow, it's been a long time.
This was the first time I got a professional a DSLR camera.
Okay.
Back then it was costing 450 BD, and my father, he went mad because of buying something that expensive.
Wow.
But it was like a push because I want you to be a doctor, so take the camera and go into the university and be a doctor.
Wow, with the camera.
Yes.
When?
Because my dream was to be a photographer
Okay.
and a doctor, but he saw that I'm leaning towards being a photographer more.
Okay.
Then he was like, okay, if you go into the university, I'll get you the camera.
That's how they lure you in, right? It's like a bait.
Exactly.
It's like, look, get your A's, you get your cameras, and we'll talk about later stuff.
Exactly. And so I was involved in so many types of photography for the first 3 years, up until 2011 or
Okay.
12, I think. I'm bad in math.
Oh,
Okay.
believe, not worse than me, believe me.
All right, so I started to do newborn photography.
Okay.
Actually, I was invited by my doctor friends
Okay.
to do an indoor shoot in one of my friend's house.
Okay.
She said, okay, that's my newborn, take her and just do your job.
Yeah, come on.
And this was a very big responsibility.
You think so?
Yeah, it's just like she was, I think, 9 days old.
Oh, wow.
And I have to do everything for her. I have to change her, I have to feed her, I have to,
wait.
exactly, and I have to keep her
You have to be a
asleep.
caretaker of that baby for that
Exactly,
picture.
Exactly.
Oh my
And all of
God.
my friends are sitting like this and they're just
watching.
watching.
It's like, do your job.
Yalla, do. And it was my first time. And I'm like, oh my God, what should I do? And I opened the door. So it would be just the sunlight without any flashes.
Okay.
And I tried my best, but yeah, I'm proud of that moment, actually. But yeah, it was bad.
Why? Well, I'm sure it was good. Come on.
It was
come
good.
on. It's a good start.
Yes, it was a good start.
Yeah, that's not a bad memory. I'm sure of it.
Actually, I got my first ever newborn photo from that session. It was very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, why did you pick newborn photography?
So I told you, for the first 3 years, I jumped into so many types of photography.
Why?
Then one of the photographers, like in the society, he just told me, just focus on one type of photography.
Right.
And my mother, she's a pediatrician. She's a doctor
Okay.
for babies.
Wow.
So she told me, why you don't do just newborns? And she knew I hated babies back then. Back then. Okay.
We're just listening here.
Back
No
then.
judgment. No judgment
Okay.
zone here. Don't worry.
I said, okay, let's try it. She started to wrap the babies, calm them down during the sessions. We started first with her, that she's my assistant.
Okay. Okay.
But then she said, okay, I'm busy, I'm a doctor, I need to do my job and you do yours.
Yeah.
Back then I was just a medical student,
Right.
and it was very hard for me to be a photographer and a medical student.
I mean, it's enough to be a medical student alone.
Exactly. So I had no social life back then.
I can imagine.
Exactly. So what happened, and on my 5th year, there was like one more year to graduate. I just decided to be a newborn photographer and do it for money, okay, as a job. So I started doing it, and with a lot of having a lot of that big responsibility of having a newborn, a fresh baby who's less than 14 days of age.
Crazy.
Yeah, the mother will come with her husband, and they are expecting much for
Yeah,
you.
I mean, it's a
Okay.
baby that just came out of the oven, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And also, usually the mothers, she will be a primate. It's her first baby. So she knows nothing about this baby, and I know more. So I have to do everything. I have to change diapers, I have to feed, I have to put the baby to sleep, plus do my job as a photographer, which is fixing the lights and adjusting the camera and taking the shots.
How do you put the baby to sleep?
Well, that's a secret.
It's a secret.
Yes, you need to have a baby and come to
I
me.
had two. And
One more.
two was more than enough for me at this point. I could not tab, walk. I sang. Apparently, that made them cry more. It was like, and you say, "Oh, I can take any baby and just put it to sleep, so I can take a picture." Are you kidding?
Yeah, exactly.
You can do that.
Yes, I can.
Please write a book. So, okay, you put the baby to sleep,
Yes.
and you have all the settings.
Yes, and I'll put the baby to sleep. I'll pose him into a certain pose.
Oh,
We have-
now you guess the
Yeah.
model.
Yeah, we have different poses, and they are very hard to do. And the flexibility of the baby's arms, head, neck.
Right.
You need to be very safe. So I'm working along with my husband. He's also a photographer. He's
Wow.
my assistant.
Wow.
He would take care of the baby for the whole.
He can take care of the baby.
Yes.
He's a keeper.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he knows exactly what to do, and he keeps the baby safe while I'm taking the shots.
Okay.
And after that, they will choose. At the same time, they'll have the iPad. They will choose, and of course, sometimes they choose more than the actual number of the photos. And my biggest gift is when they are very amazed by the photos and they love it.
I mean, Dr. Amani, honestly, this is one of the, I would say, unusual talks I ever had on the show itself. Having been to be with an actual newborn photographer who happens to be a doctor, and you have a very interesting story to tell, I would say this has been so much fun. So, any last words to your viewers?
Actually, before, the newborn photography was very hard to practice in Bahrain, as it was not that much accepted. But for now, we have so many arising newborn photographers, and I would tell anyone who wants to be a newborn photographer to just go for it, but to make sure to think that the baby, it's a jewelry. It's even more precious than a jewelry.
Right.
It's the precious thing you will have from two anxious parents who just have their baby. They're not sleeping. They're not having enough time to rest, and you will want to create the best photos for them, the best memories.
Right.
So don't think of it as being just a money-wise that it pays good compared to other photographers, but think of it that you will have, like now, I think you have your album when you were young, and you have those photos that are half of them they are
Very
cut or
embarrassing.
something.
Very embarrassing
exactly.
photos. Yeah, my mom keeps showing them to everybody. It's like, look, this.
So just think that this baby will have this album that you will create for the rest of his life to show to even their grandchildren later.
Right. This is very precious, and for you to capture those moments between the first day and the 14th day of any baby, I think it's a superpower. Not a lot of photographers can do that. So I would say bless you for doing that.
Thank
we really
you.
appreciate this beautiful art that you created and you maintained, and the superpower of putting babies to sleep.
Thank you.
That is just a gift on its own. Well, Doctor, it's been a great pleasure having you with us right here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, newborn photographer, all that took place with Dr. Amani right here on Bahrain Now.
On the 9th anniversary of the opening of this wonderful National Theatre, we pay gratitude to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. Under his patronage, under his sponsorship, this beautiful building came to life, and we're delighted to have all these cultural performances coming from various parts of the world. Tonight, a Russian ballet from Moscow coming to perform with us Sleeping Beauty, a wonderful ballet with excellent classical music. And as you can see, everyone was delighted to be back, to have the life happening again around the city and in Bahrain. Thank you very much for being with us tonight.
I was waiting for this event from long time. It's like, because of Corona, we are not doing anything, any events, we are not attending. So it's like when Sheikh May, I want just to tell her thank you for the amazing things what she is doing for us. It's like when my sister, she informed me that they will present this show. I was so happy. Now, okay, we should book it in the same time. So we are waiting also for coming also events, for just, it's like presenting even our country, because they are supporting the culture and they're supporting even the cultures from the other countries, not only from Bahrain.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight, and another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. Well, Bahrain, this was Bara Abdallah. Till next time, goodbye and God bless.